Oh yeah, hard knock life, y'all. Hard knock life. Welcome to quarantine day number 9. Sounds like Governor Walz here in Minnesota is going to issue a shelter-in-place order any minute. So be ready for that. Be ready with your amino acids with some electrolytes. I always do electrolytes. Amino acids with electrolytes, all right? And in glass. None of that plastic, fellas. Your prostate's going to swell up like a Kentucky Fried Chicken if you're getting all that plastic in you. Stay away from the plastic, and your wife or girlfriend or both will be very happy with your performance, okay? Keep that in mind right here. Remember, Puka told you so. So, how's everybody doing today? Found some old interviews, really old, like 2006 USA Nationals. I'm going to try and get posted at some point. I can't seem to find a way to get them on Facebook right now. So I have to keep drinking. This is like my break time when I do this. So I got to get everything in. Video, break time, back to work. Stock market's flying again today for those of you in the stock market. Stock market's cruising. So let's hope that continues. What was I saying? Old interviews. Pat Dorr, Steve Larson, Terry Casey, that was a great one. Keith Foss, if any of you remember Keith Foss from down south. So, so we got that coming at you. Hopefully, if not, what I might do is compress them all into a pod. And as you know, One to Go Show is the pod. And maybe we'll do a special podcast one time and just compress them all into one big pod. But they're from 06. Some of the stuff's kind of relevant. It's cool to hear. So it was kind of a fun project to come across. I've been looking through stuff. Today, speaking of old, I got all kinds of old stuff we're going to go through. First off, I found a couple of buddies' old business cards. So those of you that know Joel Provo Racewear, this is Nick Provenzino, Nick Signs, but Joel Provo Racewear, that's how he got his start, old business card. But I did find a check from when I raced. $50 in prize money. Still got it. Sitting with my communion money. Check this one out. We just talked about Charlie Schwartz on the podcast. We went through our who would be on our Mount Rushmore of dirt late model or dirt track racing. It just was, and both Ryan and Bert picked Charlie Schwartz, and they had a lethal combination in the Rayburn. This one's from in 1980, winning the World 100. So there's Siege, there's CJ there, and of course there's Charlie on the car. So a couple of Globe trophies, pretty cool. I came across this one. Let me see, what do I got? Sorry, I'm looking at my screens. There's some stock market stuff. The old Hibbing Raceway purse, 1994, 200 to win in hobby stocks. 500 to win for supers, 700 to win for mods, 1,000 for late model win, 75 to start, 1,250 to sweep. And we don't see purses like this. It's 2020. We do not see purses like this. 1994, 26 years ago. Can you believe it? Yeah, 1,250 or an extra 250 for a late model sweep, 150 for a modified sweep, $100 for a super sweep, $50 for a hobbies sweep. Notice promoters, 4 classes. You don't need 5, you don't need 6, you don't need 7. Paid more here than what you're doing with all your classes. $25 toll money will be paid to drivers traveling 75 or more miles one way that do not qualify for a featuring. $1,000 to win. How many late model tracks are paid $1,000 to win in Wazota land now? 26 years ago. It can be done. Can be done. That was cool. Here's a cool one. Sorry, I got a little bit of writing, but 2007 Dakota Rumble. Now the Rumble's coming back this summer, so that's exciting. Bad weekend, bad timing. Lucas race going on. Lucas Oil in Jackson. I think it's like the 10th and 11th of July. So you got the Dakota Rumble in Aberdeen. You've got the Lucas Oil race going on in Jackson, and you've got the World of Outlaws, I believe, in eastern Wisconsin. So a tough time. So you got a guy like John Canta, who possibly I'm sure he's a a past champion. Can't say for sure, but so what's he gonna do? Is he gonna go a little bit east and race possibly with the Outlaws? Maybe just kind of make the show. It's probably his shortest trip. Or he could venture over to Jackson for the heck of it and sample it. Or he could head all the way to Aberdeen, have a good chance of winning. Or, and then say he has a terrible night his first night. Doesn't think he's going to qualify. Well, maybe then on the way home, he just leaves after Friday, goes to Jackson just for the heck of it, see if he can qualify. So, terrible weekend, but I'm hoping for all the success in the world. I used to love the event. I've been to it. But, yeah, $10,000 to win, $4,000 for second, $3,000 for third, $2,200 for fourth, $2,100 for fifth, $1,000 to start. So, another trip down memory lane. That one's pretty cool. For a little bit more local, Hibbing's first ever back in 2014, July 10th, first ever World of Outlaw late model poster. Got a hold of one of those. I got a lot of stuff. I can't believe how much stuff I have. I was digging through old ticket stubs. So what's this? So those of you up in northern Minnesota, you know our big Labor Day shootout in Hibbing. They do the Labor Day special. Here's Mikey Vital, Kyle Peterlin. This is the 2013. Came across the 2014. I had all of these from when I was a kid, but I had a house fire, burnt everything down. Here's my buddy Jeff Tardy. We're old high school buddies, and actually married his cousin. And well, speaking of old, I got halfway through the movie Six Pack last night. Never seen it. So, yeah, I know. My wife's bitching at me. She said she can't believe she married me. She had no idea I'd never seen it. But here's sort of more of you people out west, Brownfield Promotions. Remember Fred Brownfield? He used to buy about a dozen World of Outlaw sprint car shows a year. This is in the mid-2000s. They did Billings, Montana, Rapid City, South Dakota, Dodge City, Kansas. They promoted the track. I think they had was it Skagit or out in Washington State, but he promoted a bunch out there, so he'd get kind of a little better deal by buying a group of them, and they traveled around. They had a plastics business. I met up with his wife when we had an advertising company out in Montana, so we used to do some trading for tickets. But I got all kinds of stuff here, notes, ticket stubs. Yeah, 2004 World of Outlaws out there. That was pretty cool. The 2005 one, I don't know if I have any ticket stubs, but that was right before my son was born, just a couple of days before. Or excuse me, after, because my wife didn't come out to the track, but my brother-in-law was in town, my father-in-law was in town, so that was pretty cool. Old programs, you got the old Hibbing Raceway, we'll go through that. So any of this stuff, just stay tuned, and stay tuned on some of the pictures. I'll be posting, like I said, a couple of pictures. We're all going to get through this dang quarantine together. I've got some, more pictures. Someone asked me if they could share them with the 2020 history page, and I don't care. I don't even know how to do that. But yeah, if you find something fun on there and you want to share it, go right ahead. That doesn't bother me. Okay, let me look here. Okay, got to make sure I know my numbers. Cedar Lake's old program for the 50 years. We'll go through that. 2008 Hibbing program. World 100 from just a couple of years ago. Oh, here's one. 2004 Electric City Speedway program, Great Falls, Montana. I definitely got to check that one out. 2005 Dirt Motorsports, just when they were getting going. This was like that Dirty Dozen. And then the next year is when everything kind of fell apart as far as Bloomquist and such, because they wanted to go to Goodyear's, and Bloomquist, Moyer, and many others had, all the Rocket guys had tire deals with Hoosier, so they weren't about to give that up. 2009, River Cities, Grand Forks. We're going to go through that. So we got some stuff coming out. Oh, here's an old dirt modified, my buddy Ryan Aho. So we've got a bunch of stuff we're going to go through, and I'll have some more, hopefully some good content coming your way real soon with some of that stuff. So I think that's about it for today. I know I was going to talk to you all about those. Someone asked me about some points, kind of my predictions on the points here in Grand Rapids. I'll get to that. I'll wait for a few more questions to come in. Maybe we'll do like a Q&A day. So like I said, keep those cards and letters coming in, folks, as the old saying goes. And like I said, we'll get through this together. Keep an eye on pictures. He'll be posting like a couple pictures a day on here. And like I said, I'll keep doing some vlogs and we'll all stay busy and go from there. So, all right, everyone, peace out. We'll see you tomorrow.